Morning everyone, welcome to the channel. um, Getting frustrated. Been chasing up some work, trying to get some jobs since I finished my last contract, which I made a loss on due to COVID and various other things. The guy working with me moved on and started doing other stuff. Consequently, had to finish the job off on my own, and that meant a lot of extra expense because of the driving backwards and forwards. It takes 2 or 3 times longer to do a job when you're doing it on your own. It's just the way it is. So I've been chasing up work recently, going all over the place, putting in prices for stuff, finding jobs on Facebook and wherever, following things up. You can drive 40, 50 miles sometimes to get to a job. Spend a couple of hours there measuring up, talking to the potential client, giving them some advice, telling them what they can do, what they can't do, best way of doing something. Coming back, spending 2 or 3 hours working out a price, working it all out, drawing up a devy, sending them the devy or the estimate or quote, and then never hearing anything. And then, when you're in that area again, just happen to do a drive-by, have a look, and there's somebody there doing the job. And you can only imagine that, what they're doing is they're punting in and getting people to give them the prices, and then they're just either doing the work themselves or getting their usual people in to do it. They're probably using me to get a lower price, and then saying, well, if you match his price, you have the job. A situation like that. And it's costing me money, and I don't have money to throw away like that. In the last few weeks, I've probably gone out and looked at 8 or 9 jobs, and absolutely nothing. And I'm not expensive, to be fair. I'm not expensive. Because I really need the work. I'm ebbing on the cheaper side. I give them very good advice about what needs to be done or what can be done or how I would do the job, and then nothing. It's bloody frustrating, to be honest. I've still got stuff coming out my bank. EDF took again 3 months payment this month. Didn't tell me they were going to take 3 months. I've not missed any payments. They've all been paid. I was up to date. I made sure I was up to date last month, and this month they've taken 3 months. What the fuck's that all about? They don't tell you they're taking it, they just take it. I checked my bank account this morning and I thought, where's the money gone? I thought I had more money in the bank. And when you've got no work and you don't claim any benefits of any sort, and you've got nothing to fall back on, and you're spending X amount on fuel going out to look at jobs and pricing jobs up, and you think, oh, this is ridiculous. I'm not getting any of that back. It's really frustrating. I've really got to tighten things down now. It's getting very difficult. I didn't get any help during the COVID lockdown from the government, although they promised to pay everybody, but for one reason or another they said I didn't qualify. I filled out the form. I had my cotisations paid from last year when they said, but no, they said I didn't qualify for whatever reason. That made it very difficult. I only managed to get through that because I was staying at a friend's. And now I'm back at the house and trying to get work done on the house. I need to buy various materials, paint and other bits and pieces, and I just don't have the money to throw at it. if I've got continuity of work, it's not a problem. I can take the chance. I can say, oh yeah, I'll buy those 2 pots of paint because I'm doing this job. I'll finish that next week. I'll have some money coming in. I can buy some food. I can buy some more paint. But when I've got no work at all, and I'm just sitting here twiddling my thumbs every day, trying to find things to do with very little in the way of materials, and it gets frustrating, and the stress starts to build up. You start to feel a little bit anxious about the whole situation, not knowing how it's going to pan out. I'm normally quite an optimistic person, and I don't panic too much about stuff like that, money and stuff. I tend not to panic too much. I can live a very, very simple life, to be fair, and get by with very, very little when I need to. But, it'd be nice just to know that I wasn't wasting my time going to look at all these jobs. I'm reluctant now when I see something, or if somebody says, can you come and give me a price? I'm now a little bit reluctant to travel unless it's very, very local. I don't want to be travelling 50 miles, doing 100 miles round trip, costing me, 3 gallons of fuel. I haven't got that money to throw away on fuel just to go and look at a job that I'm not going to get. Do that 3 times a week. You know what I mean? It's just too much money to be thrown away. If I do that 3 times a week, well, that amount of money on fuel, that'd do me for shopping for 2 weeks. 3 weeks. It's 3 weeks worth of food. I don't know. I don't know what to do for the best, to be honest. I've got some other plans, but I've got to kick them off. I've got to kickstart them. I've got to get them started. And that takes investment as well. Not only time and effort, but that does take some money. And I just don't have it. I just don't have it to throw at it. When I've got to make sure I've got my bills paid at the end of the month. My payments coming out, because I don't want to start getting all the bank charges again that I was getting during COVID, because they were taking money out, bouncing payments, then charging me. I had €200 to charges a couple of months. With everything was bouncing. And I thought that they were going to stop taking payments from the bank during COVID. That's what the government said. You won't have to pay this, you won't have to pay that, there'll be leeway. But no, they were taking those payments out of the bank, and every time they bounced them, and they'd do it 3 or 4 times a month. Oh, there's my insurance. Try and take my insurance. It wouldn't pay. So they'd bounce it, charge me for bouncing it, charge me interest for bouncing it, a fee for processing it. Then they'd try to pay it again, and it'd bounce again. And it was just because they'd taken all that other money out, it was getting worse and worse. Then something else would bounce. Fucking dead my head in. And I've only just, to be honest, when I finished my last contract, that's where all the fucking money went. It paid everything back, and I just about got my fucking bank account sorted out, and then fucking EDF go and take 3 months fucking money in one go. Jesus fucking Christ. Well, I'm getting all fucking worked up now. I'm going to have to calm down. I'm going to go and make another cup of tea. I'm going to calm myself down, because otherwise I'll have a fucking brain seizure. I'm starting to get really fucking frustrated about it all. All I want to do is fucking do an honest day's fucking work for an honest day's money, That's all I've ever done. Yeah, I've been treated like fucking shit by somebody. And it's really pissed me off, I worked my fucking nuts off last year, and I had a really bad year last year with personal shit, and I didn't miss a fucking day's work. And I've been fucking tossed out into the fucking cold. No explanation. No fucking explanation as to why. And I'm fucking sitting here now just wondering, what the fuck did I do? Yeah? Never let the fucking guy down at all. And he ain't even got the bollocks to fucking come and see me and explain to me, why he's not giving me the jobs anymore, And in fact, somebody that I brought in on the fucking firm and trained up is doing the fucking work. And I think to myself, what the fuck? What the fuck did I ever do? All I ever did was fucking help the people out, help the guy out. Sometimes I worked and repaired stuff and didn't even book any time on it, you know? Oh, it's just pissed me off. Anyway, I'm going to go and have a fucking cup of tea now, because I've had my fucking moan. I've had my fucking whinge. I've had my rant. I've got it out of the way. So that's Ant on the Rant, signing out. See everyone soon. Stay safe.